I can't be happier. Actually knowing what my leadership is fighting for, hearing him say that, he wants to end tears working at a CCA is absolutely not on par with manufacturing.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
We got a couple of callers in the queue. Let's go to 715 area code. There's a 715 area code in the queue. Let's bring them on the air. 715 area code. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is John. I'm calling from the Jackson area.
John from the Jackson area in Mississippi? John from the Jackson area.
Yes.
Nice to hear from you, John. I don't know if you knew this, but Adam is from Mississippi.
That's right, from Meridian
right.
originally.
And what's funny is I'm not originally from here, but it's growing on me pretty quick. I like it down here.
There you go. There you go. Well, what's on your mind, John?
Well, I work for the UAW down here. I work for General Motors, the CCA, and the Jackson PDC.
Yeah, well, how are you feeling about everything that's going on, and how's folks in your workplace feeling about it?
There's a lot of, I'd say, we've been anxiously awaiting every update. I'll say that. I wish that it was a little bit. I know that it's more clear now than it ever has been. What's going on during negotiations, what's going on. What we're actually fighting for. It's more clear now than it's ever been. I know that. It's more transparent. We love that Shawn Fain's been keeping us clued in. But we are also completely in the dark, just like everybody else, as far as when and what is happening. Like, we didn't know until 3 minutes before that 9 o'clock live stream when we all got a text saying, what 3 plants were going out.
Right.
And it feels weird to be part of that movement when you don't know what's coming. You don't know when it's going to happen. We have no idea if, we're going to get a text in the middle of the workday coming up where we're all going to have to just all of a sudden drop what we're doing and walk out. We have no idea if someone from our representation is going to get a direct word from up on high to come to the plant and walk us out. We don't know how that's going to work out.
Right.
So we're just anxiously awaiting information is what I'd say the general feeling is. But we're all real happy about finally standing up, finally asking for what we deserve.
Yeah. Yeah, I could imagine that, and I absolutely understand, and this is a totally a totally separate thing from the people who are saying this is this maneuver is like a sellout thing or whatever, but I think that's ridiculous. But what you're saying it totally makes sense, that it would be it would make me a little anxious, not knowing, day to day, okay, am I going to go on strike today? Am I going to go on strike today? So I certainly understand that and appreciate that, but it's good to hear that, it's good to hear that folks, even down in Mississippi, people tell us here in Alabama that folks in the South don't want to stand up for themselves, that they don't want to, they just want to do whatever the bosses tell them. So it's good to hear that folks down in Mississippi are happy that their leadership's standing up for them, and that they're being given the chance to stand up for themselves too.
Absolutely.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
You're how long have you been working for CCA?
I'm incredibly fresh. I've only got 2 years at the plant, and I was very lucky. I was extremely lucky. I'm one of the few people that after 90 days was able to be hired. Wow. That's not typical from temp to full time. That is not typical. I was incredibly lucky. And before me, I was told that before I came in, there was people that were working there for years and then just got let go. And that was just the case. That was just how it worked on rotation. And then I was one of the first waves of people that broke that cycle. So I was extremely fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. That's great to hear. And, you know, what you were saying about kind of being kept in the loop, it made me think about when I was on the picket line with GM workers in 2019. I didn't work at GM, but, you know, I've been a union member for longer than that. And so I went to be, I went on the picket line with them when they went on strike back in 2019. And it is absolutely, you know, it's very, very different now than it was back then. You know, when I was asking them, you know, so what are the strike issues, right? They couldn't tell me, because they didn't know. The bargaining committee wasn't telling them. They were just telling them that the company isn't where they need to be. And, you know, it says something about the membership that they were willing to trust their leadership that much and that they were willing to go on strike over that. But, you know, I don't think that they should have to do that. I think that they should be able to know what they're striking over. So, that made me think of that from 2019. It was kind of odd hearing that.
Absolutely. We couldn't be happier. I can't be happier actually knowing what my leadership is fighting for. Hearing him say that, he wants to end tears, at working at a CCA is absolutely not on par with manufacturing. When you hear like all these offers that are coming out from the companies, when you hear like they want to increase wages 20%, as a CCA worker in that tier of pay, in that tier of work, I have absolutely no idea if that 20% is actually going to apply to me, because they're just saying a blanket statement. And in the past, those blanket statements have been tied to also CCA workers will just get a 2% raise, not this 20 or something along those. That has been the language they use in the actual contract. So what they're saying in the media is only, from what I understand and from my limited experience with reading through the negotiations from 2019, the contract that I'm in under, it seems that CCAs and GMCH plants are very much an afterthought to the overall GM business plan. So we always have to take everything they're saying on TV and all those offers. We have to take those with a grain of salt.
Yep, absolutely. Well, best of luck to y'all, and absolutely CCA workers deserve more than they're getting. Appreciate the call, John.
I appreciate you talking about it. Thanks.
Yep.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.